Hello everyone, and welcome back to Larry and Amy's Kitchen. Today we're going to be trying another new recipe that we've never fixed before, and I am guessing a lot of you have never heard of it. It's called the best funeral potatoes. Now, why would they call it funeral potatoes? The best I could figure out from reading the information that I had on this recipe is that this is, especially in the South, a particular dish that a lot of people would take to a reception after a funeral. You know, when everybody gets together and talks and reminisces and has a big meal. Well, this is one of the comfort foods that would be served. So we're going to see what it is all about, and we'll guide you through it when we get done. After the item comes out of the oven, we will have listed all of the ingredients down below the video and above the comment section for you to try and let us know what you think. One of the first things I'm going to do is set our oven for 350 degrees. Let it be preheating while we're fixing this concoction. Now, the first thing we need to do is put 2 or 3 pats of butter in a skillet. So I'm going to put about 3 in there. And we're going to melt those in the frying pan, along with about 1 cup, more or less, of onions. So we'll sprinkle those in there. The good thing about these type recipes is you don't have to be specific on what amount that you're fixing. The recipe actually says 3/4 of a cup. What I did is I took a medium-sized onion, and I'm not going to waste it, so I used the whole medium-sized onion in the recipe. And it's going to take just a minute. We're going to saute these. Now, before these are completely done sauteing, we're going to add probably about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic to the batter and cook that in with it. So it's already getting warm. It's going to take a couple of minutes for this to happen. So I think what we will do while this is cooking is I will, in the interest of saving time, we will come back to this when it is ready. Once again, remember, I'm going to be adding a little bit of garlic to it while these are cooking, and then we'll proceed from there. Hello everyone, we're back again. I've been sauteing the onions, and I put my minced garlic in there, and it is pretty much ready to go. So we're going to take these off of the eye. The oven is still in the process of preheating, so we're good to go there. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a large bowl. I'm going to move it on up over here so we can see what's going on. And we're going to start mixing our ingredients together that goes in this casserole, so to speak. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the sauteed onions with garlic, and we're going to drop those into the bowl. I just heard the oven tell me it's ready, so that's good. Good timing. Then we are going to mix together with the onion a bag of hash browns. Now, the recipe calls for 30 ounces of hash browns. Just so happens that our local Walmart, they have a bag here of 26 ounces. That's close enough as far as I'm concerned. We'll use that. So, we're going to cut this open. I have to be careful of this eye that I just took the skillet off of so that I don't set anything on it right now. So, we're going to open these hash browns. And we're going to dump them into the bowl. These have been thawed. When we get them at the store, they're frozen, and we keep them in the freezer until ready. That's a pretty good sized bowl. I may have to wind up using a bigger bowl. In fact, I think I will before I go any further. I think this will be bigger. Let me grab it real quick. Alright, we'll set that there. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger, so we'll try that. We're going to be adding more ingredients to the recipe, so we want to make sure we've got plenty of room. So let me transfer this over to here. Since this is our first time of making this, I wasn't sure how much room we would need. So, there we go. Now, once we get the hash browns in there, there is 1 can of cream of chicken condensed soup that we're going to add to the mixture. So let's open that. We're going to dump that in there. I love cream of chicken soup. It is good for so many recipes. I mean, you can fix rice and chicken and add this in to give it more flavor. If you're making a dressing for Thanksgiving and you want more flavor, you can use the same thing once again. It is so good for spicing up whatever recipe you're making. Alright, now we're going to use 1 cup of sour cream that goes in the mixture. There we go. We're going to add that to it. Parmesan cheese will be the next item, and it says 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So we just buy this here at the grocery store, and I'm not going to measure it exactly. I'm just going to guesstimate about 1/4 cup. It doesn't take much. There we go. If you want to measure it exactly and you've got the measuring cup to do it with, then help yourself. Alright, next is a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I think it calls for like 1 teaspoon of salt. Like I said, this is something you can always add after your mixture is done to your taste. With all these potatoes, I know it's going to take more than 1 teaspoon of salt, but it's a start. And then we're going to put in 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. Here we have our cheddar cheese. You can buy that at the grocery store. This particular bag has 4 cups in it. What I'm going to do is put roughly half the bag in there. So even though it says 1.5 cups, I'll probably wind up putting closer to 2, which is no problem because we love cheese. Thank you, dear. I'm just going to take this and start sprinkling it all in. There we go. Just not bad. Alright. I am following a recipe that I printed off of the internet as far as what to use and what to go to. Alright, I think we have everything there. So what I need to do is mix all of this up right now the best I can. I need a bigger spoon, so let me do that. Let me see if I can't find a bigger spoon to make it easier. Then this way we can mix everything up real good. And take your time when you're doing something like this, because you want to make sure that you've got all the ingredients blended in real well. So, that's what we're going to do. You don't want any clumps of cheese or sour cream off by itself. You want to make sure that you reach all the way down to the bottom of the bowl and you bring it up to the top and blend everything in together. This is looking good. It's almost like making a potato salad, if you think about it, with the mayonnaise and egg and onion, relish, all that goes in it. There we go, right there. Now see, that looks good, nice and blended. All right, we're going to take a 9 by 13 baking dish, which is this right here, and we're going to spread this mixture into it. Press it down into the pan, casserole dish. We've got our oven already preheated to 350 degrees. There's that. Now, we're going to put a little more cheddar cheese on the top. We're going to make this a real cheesy dish. That should do it right there. Alright, it says to melt butter, about 3 or 4 pats of butter, and pour it over the cornflake, or excuse me, we're going to be using some breadcrumbs here in a minute. So I think what I'll do is I'll put these in a bowl. We'll put them in the microwave. I got 4 pats of butter here. We'll melt that real quick, and I'll show you what we're doing next. Alright, now, one of the last items we're going to add to this, it says you can use breadcrumbs, you can use crushed cornflakes. We like to use Ritz crackers, so what I did is I took some Ritz crackers and I put them in a freezer bag. And then I used a rolling pin and crushed them out. And we're going to sprinkle those over the top of the mixture, just like that. Take all of these and dump them in here. And don't be be afraid to use your hands. I have pre-washed my hands, so I know they're clean. We're going to spread that all over the top of this. And last but not least, we're going to take the butter and just kind of pour it all over the top. You can once again use as much as you want. We're trying to stick to the recipe as much as we can. And then after you make it the first time, then you can adjust it to your needs. So that is all it takes as far as the ingredients and preparation for the funeral potatoes. We're going to pop them into the oven, and we're going to let them cook for 50 to 60 minutes at 350 degrees. I'm going to check them in 50 minutes to see what they look like, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see you back in just a second with the completed recipe, and we'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven now. We'll see you in a second. Alright everyone, it's been about 55 minutes. The recipe cooking in the oven at 350 degrees. We are going to go ahead and first of all turn the oven off, and then we're going to open this up and pour out. See what she looks like. Oh, that looks delicious. Looking real good. We're going to take a spoonful, put it in a plate, and we'll see what she looks like. This would be a great dish. Like, once again, this is called funeral potatoes, and it's a good side dish to take to a function, regardless of whether it's a funeral or not. And I think it would go good along with like fried chicken, any type of meat that you would want to serve with it. Or, as we're going to do tonight, we're probably just going to have this alone and enjoy it. So, let's get a spoonful and see what it looks like. Rich and creamy, cheesy. The breadcrumbs, or the Ritz crackers in our case, I think just adds the right topping to the top of it. So there you go. That looks so good. I will be so interested in knowing what you all think of it when you make it. If you would let us know, we sure would appreciate it. It's very easy to make, simple ingredients. Takes about an hour and 15 minutes counting the cooking time. And if you would, let us know how you liked it. Share it with your friends if you think you know someone else that would like to make it also. Great dish with the holidays coming up to bring to a get-together to go along with all the other goodies. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We try and come up with a new recipe as often as we can. Like it, share it with your friends, leave us a comment. We'll have all the ingredients down below so you can make your own. Let us know how you did. Thank you for watching.